that they'd be so certain is an insult.
We went over how selective this life could be alongside with the desires in it, but Enzo Favara would of course add another layer. By the time he was introduced, circumstances had already forced him to be sold to a mining camp by his father, already limiting what he could do, let alone showing how bad things were in Sicily as a whole to do something so desperate. This type of panic mindset though, things becoming either this or that, was something passed down to him. It was rare people even thought of getting out of the caves and do what they seen fit. Enzo and a close friend didn't have that problem, but he's already molded. Throughout his journey, things would show all he wanted was freedom, but the truth of things would show his biggest weakness, that being scarcity. Plain out poverty for Enzo was one thing, but again, scarcity was of course evident in every which way. Time would even show to be scarce for him and his buddy, after of course not being free to do what they really needed. Enzo would be heard arguing at the fact of what they were doing, but again, it shows a scarcity-like mindset.
We can't be too long. Anyone sees us down here, we'll catch hell.
We're nearly there.
You taking that?
No.
This toy was the last thing his father gave him before selling him off, but this shows his weakness as well. He had it for such a time, he clearly clung on it for a time, because that's all he had. The reason why he left it was for the fact alone other things was now worth more to cling on to, that being the money the two started to save. Keep this in mind. Letting this go though, scarcity is still all you see and hear all around. Enzo would even continue to show it after a more immediate thing came up right in front of him.
There is no candy. Not down here.
I'll do it.
But even then, trying to be even a help, this would show that wasn't what his duty was. Going to reveal the only reason he did it was for the fact of scarcity.
Stick your nose where it does not belong again, and you just might lose it.
Picking fights with Il Merlo in front of everybody. Is that keeping your head down?
Someone had to help him.
Anyone ever helped you? Or getting out of here?
Of course, even eating was something scarce, leading the two to have to take, after of course either doing this or starve. Finally, the two having time to sit down though. Keep in mind, time for what they put up with was thought to be coming to an end.
A few months left. Not long now.
Enzo made it clear, again, he just wanted to be free from this place.
I'm going far away from this place, Gaetano. Never coming back. Bastards would have to kill me first.
The scarcity out of him saying this though, it wasn't another resource to not think having to be killed to even get away, alongside it being that short term, not even knowing where to go. But again, scarcity everywhere would put them in a position that would of course change everything. As their friend said, 3 months was all they needed, but of course time became scarce.
Run!
Leading Enzo to show scarcity, going to show not even caring about the money, to be lost.
Hurry! Minchia! The money! Forget it! We need to go! Gaetano! I see it! Let's go! I have it!
This moment, Enzo had limited options like never before, back at square one, losing the money and the toy after the money being the focus, before he didn't care for it to be gone. So seeing Merlot, the guy that basically made this happen, again, with things being more scarce, his scarcity would show after simply doing the closest thing possible he could do.
Hey! You did this.
You sent us down there.
No one can does that she will, boy. Just get them back to work, huh?
Figli di puttana.
Now on the run, with no idea of what to do, scarcity led him into another area that would turn into a no-brainer on what to do when he was confronted.
The boy goes nowhere with you. Now leave. Can you work?
Yes.
But scarcity alone was why he said yes to Don Teresi at this moment. Of course, with no other place to turn, alongside, that's all he really ever did.
Then you bring him back, Luca.
And the Don's muscle, Luca, doing this would still show his weakness. Scarcity again revealed Enzo's plan, which was trying to find anywhere to be, alongside having no family, while still showing willing to do anything, being how scarce things were.
Where were you headed?
Anywhere.
No family?
No.
We can find you somewhere to stay, Enzo. But you will be expected to work. A place to rest your head doesn't come for free.
Whatever it is, I can do it.
Even the room he was now given to stay wasn't much, but of course for Enzo, it was everything, being where he came from.
Doesn't get used much. But there's a bed, somewhere to put your things.
This is good.
Good might be a stretch, but it's yours for now.
But we will see Enzo lacking resources will be something even used against him, about to be talked down just because of it.
I tell you, mine boy, say hello.
Who are you?
Someone who belongs here. Not here. Out there. You though, you look right at home in the big pen. I'm Cesare. My uncle runs this place. Yeah, don't worry about that. They smell you before they see you. But change out of those rags, will you? I'll wait outside.
But now being a working hand, alongside others knowing how scarce things were for him, again, this would be used against him. But Enzo didn't mind though, because again, he had nothing.
My uncle's hosting a big meal later tonight. Do the work, maybe you'll get to eat.
Understood.
And by the time he met someone who didn't use his scarcity against him, this would still be of course telling, meeting the Don's daughter. The two were in the same boat, understanding scarcity put them in positions to do what they had to do.
You have not always been a stable hand.
No.
Well, we do not always get to choose what we do.
Suppose not.
But what Enzo is about to say shows him trying to again get out of a scarcity mind, knowing resources were limited, but not understanding that what he saw as freedom were limited or scarce as well.
We can choose who we are.
We can.
No, grazie.
See you around, Enzo.
Even back on the surface with things, it still would show scarcity after finally being able to eat. By the time the evening came, being thankful, but also about to be fed of what he's getting into.
Larissa, do you mind? Enzo. I've seen dogs with more restraint. The Don butchers all the meat himself. I'll let him know you appreciate his work.
I want to thank you. About before. About the job.
It's that man you should thank.
If you want to show him some gratitude, work hard, keep out of trouble. Look and listen. That'll teach you all you need to know.
At this point, he was settled in, being around perceived abundance, giving him, of course, more reason to see things through. He was even able to be in an area he always heard about as a kid. Keep in mind, though, this event is once a year. Saying that to say even something like this is scarce. But earlier, we heard him talking about wanting to get far from the mine, and that happened. But he still didn't know what he thought he could do. He simply just couldn't.
I figured you for heading to America. To make your fortune, like so many others.
Everything I want is here.
Oh. And what is it you want?
To live how I choose.
You're a hard worker, Enzo. A dependable pair of hands. That'll see you go far.
He then gets insight about Don Teresi after he's referred to be in the business of favors. But this would lead him to help the Don filling in for a race. But of course, this would show his weakness.
I can ride on Torrisi.
Luca, why is this farmhand here?
Can he ride?
Outrun the Spadaros, didn't he?
All right.
Luca vouched for Enzo to be capable, but keep in mind again, this came from Enzo being in a position where it would stay at the mine or die. But thinking he can now choose what he does was why he offered. Things would still show this had to happen after the focus would show to not have time, or say the least the resources to not be involved in this. But this would show things not being about him, being forced to ignore anything else to cater to the Don, all stemming from scarce to say the least, from the event all the way down to Enzo pleasing the Don or nothing.
Enzo.
Enzo. There'll be a lot of people watching. You ride for San Celeste, but represent our business and my reputation. Can you do that?
See.
But winning the race though, it still would lead Enzo to feel things wasn't enough as far as still being treated the same.
And please, a hand for a winning rider.
Quite a race. With all the excitement, I almost forgot why you're here. Deliver this. Don's compliments.
But after this, he's accompanied by the Don's daughter. He was seen to be reluctant, of course, for the fact alone he knew or thought he had nothing worth being around her, still showing his weakness.
You don't need to stay, you know? This kind of work, it's beneath you.
Oh, it is. I'll decide how I spend my time. Besides, you might not be such bad company.
Even as far as sticking around would show this as well. No real plan, just winging it.
Tino really has it in for you.
I get the feeling he can't wait for me to leave.
But are you going to leave, I mean?
I don't plan to. Not while there's a bed for me. Work to do.
Minchia. Spadaros.
Hey, Caruso. Or is the delivery boy now, huh? You're really coming up in the world.
But things would continue to keep him halted after danger happens, continuing him to be reluctant, to have thoughts non-long term, even pessimistic, but most importantly, feeling like something was missing.
Isabella. Not a word of this to your father. They touch her.
Of course not.
You're brave, Enzo. What you did was right.
But being seen alone with Isabella is stupid. Anyone else other than me comes around that corner, the Spadaros wouldn't be your only problem.
Luca, we were
You listen to me. Carefully. The Don is very protective of his daughter. People see things, normal things. They make up stories in their heads. Don't let that happen. This stays between me and you. O capisti?
Sì.
All right. Let's go.
Thank you for protecting me in San Celeste. I hope I didn't get you in trouble.
Enzo being warned, of course scarcity made him be on the fence after getting a letter from Isabella wanting to meet at the Don's garden. This is telling alone, but doing so would of course still show his weakness.
Maybe it's not a good idea. Us meeting like that, like this. People might talk.
And what would they say?
I have to be careful and work hard. Your father is who he is.
And who are you, Enzo? Does my father already control your life?
Yes. But of course the Don wasn't the only one as far as instilling scarcity on Enzo.
Hey. What are you doing?
Looking for Luca.
How is he here? Sticking around where you don't belong will be the last thing you do. Capisti? Your father is looking for you. And you're not a paisana dragged up outside. Put on your shoes.
So with this, of course he plays a role that made him focus, and between all of this, he's still referred to be a mind boy, pushing him more. Still though, he's able to go places he never been, being involved, giving him more reason to not think far.
He earned himself a change of scenery. If he wants it. But don't worry. You keep your eyes open and listen.
Besides, what else you got to do?
I'm around for whatever you need. Just tell me what to do.
Hey, you hear that, Cesare? That's what the work ethic sounds like.
It's also what scarcity sounds like. But learning the ways of things he's around will start to happen, as far as being more than a farmhand, which was everything being business, right or wrong. But again, things led Enzo to play his role, right or wrong, still showing his weakness out of having nothing else to do.
Pistol? I'll be waiting back at Tikera's place. Make sure you clean up.
Wait! What are you doing, Cesare? Keep him steady! You fat bastard is a finger like a sausage!
Sometimes there are opportunities Luca and my uncle they don't need to know about.
Stays between us. Va bene. All right. We better go. Before Luca thinks we got ourselves killed. Hey. You did good today.
For a mine boy.
At this point, a year would then pass. Scarcity would show after the Don made arrangements for Isabella to get married to a guy's son, of course for the resources. But down at Enzo, he would realize this wasn't what she wanted, which shows his weakness after seeing the lack of choice.
Nah, he can't do this to you.
He can, and he will. It's all he ever wanted for me.
What about what you want?
Oh, funny. That has never come up.
If with his own daughter, she couldn't choose her ways, he of course will have no say either. Keep in mind though, what he wanted, he still was stuck on maybe, thinking he had to do more, based on, again, his weakness.
It's been good to get out like this, with someone I can talk to. I wish it could always be this way.
Maybe it can.
Isabella would even remind Enzo what he said earlier, still showing no real sense of long-term thinking on his end.
We do not always get to choose what we do. Isn't that what you told me?
What happened to choosing who we are? There is more to this life than duty, Enzo.
But later, her and a son of resources would be kidnapped to get ransom. Saying that to say, even the task led into more scarcity. But this also led his wants to be brought to the forefront.
All right! Has to be now!
Isabella! Va bene?
They took Gennaro.
You both need to go back. But what about you? I'm going after them.
I need to take you home.
No.
You know he's right.
What the fuck are you doing?
What?
You're gonna get yourself killed for that asshole.
I need to make this right.
Making things right, of course, stem from why he's around. In doing so, the Don, of course, will have telling words.
What about Messina and his gang?
They won't be a problem anymore.
I counted on you keeping Isabella and Gennaro safe.
It won't happen again.
But you risk your life to make amends. It showed bravery. In his family, loyalty is everything.
Enzo, doing what he did, he knew he had to make a choice, which was redeem his standing with the Don while still trying to fit his wants. And quickly after, we see what he wanted. Something he was warned on, but of course trying to find a way, showing his weakness.
Because your father has asked to see me. And I don't know what about.
If I've caused you any trouble, I'm sorry.
I'm not. I want to be with you.
I want that too.
I'll find a way. I should go.
Don Teresi would then ask him to do something he felt he could benefit from, as far as being trusted to be with Isabella.
When Isabella became involved, however, it became our business. Now we must send a message to all around that Torisi takes care of his family and his affairs. Will you do that, Enzo?
I will.
But scarcity will still be pit in him, if before wasn't enough. After Tino, the hating guy, gave him either this or that type of situation.
The Don has entrusted this story to the Caruso, so listen well, boy. Bring the worm alive to the ruins of the old castello.
Just me?
Alone?
Make a mess of this, and any misguided faith the Don has in you will be lost. Tu capisti?
Doing his duty, he would soon be rewarded. But before this, another letter is sent to Enzo from Isabella, of course still showing his weakness.
My head tells me you put too much faith in my father.
Scarcity made Enzo think, again, Don Teresi would make his wants happen.
Come out here, will you? You're needed.
And again, he thought he could choose how he lived and who he was.
You walk through this door, then you listen and answer honestly.
Answer what?
You want to be part of this, yes? Of what we are?
Yes.
Then go inside.
Now getting into something with his mind on one thing that wasn't what he could do. Not having anything else to lose or gain, though.
Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Yes. I do.
Then, before the eyes of all here present, join me. To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto.
Salute.
Salute.
After this, later, he's accompanied by the Don's nephew and Leo, to say the least, getting the wrong idea. Firstly, being told by Cesare he could do whatever.
How does it feel?
Good. Really good.
Damn right it's good. Now, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Cesare was someone who spoke abundance, but Enzo didn't see that far, showing his weakness, of course, still trying to figure out how he could get what he wanted.
Ah, this is ours, boys. The whole valley. All you can see.
All I see is an idiot pissing in the wind. Come on, get in the car.
You two need to think bigger. Fuck them. Our thing is our thing.
Out of the mind now, amigo.
Another year later now, with abundance, of course this wasn't what mattered. All of this only being to make the Don look at him different.
Your own place. You must be doing something right.
I told you I would make a good impression on your father. Maybe soon we won't have to hide.
It would be nice to believe that. For now, I'd settle for an invite.
While in the meantime, knowing risk was still a thing.
A little color in here wouldn't hurt, don't you think? Got tired of waiting for an invitation.
Oh, you took matters into your own hands.
Sometimes you need to reach out and take something, if you want it.
You know what happens if someone sees you here?
And yet here I am.
You're taking a risk. You know what I am.
And I know who you are. Even if you don't. You're not like the others. All my life, I've been alone, waiting for something to change, for somebody who could make the world different. For that, I'd risk everything. Who is it?
Minchia.
Open up! Caruso! Open up!
Hey!
Never leave me standing on the doorstep. I have to talk. It's urgent. Who's it?
No one. Why?
You have a woman here. Get her out of here.
There's nobody here.
Don't lie to me.
I said there's nobody.
But even with that, he still was trusted.
This is a serious accusation. Who make this claim?
Enzo Favara and Cesare Massaro.
Caruso, the halfway.
They're both trusted men.
And at this point now, he's 3 years in. War was brewing, and things were still scarce as far as limits Enzo could do. And it wouldn't help after the Don would be betrayed by someone who he trusted, forcing Enzo to ignore his wants in the meantime to appease.
Did you get my note?
I did, but I couldn't get out. Too many guards. But I miss you, amore mio. I'll keep trying.
But behind closed doors, the obvious was even talked about.
Enzo?
He's alive, but he isn't our concern right now.
But with the family trying to make things look good would lead Enzo and Isabella to able to be around each other for a baptism for Luca's newborn. On the way there, Enzo continued to think he was trusted by the Don.
How did you know your father would ask me to drive you?
No, I didn't. But it was worth taking the chance.
I think he's starting to trust me. I told you he would.
He trusts you as a driver.
As your driver.
And that's enough.
But again, scarcity showed for that to be enough in a way.
I took you for a man of ambition.
It's a beautiful day and I'm alone with you. What more could I want?
And it would continue to show after being with Isabella to be the only focus. But again, simply scarce ways to attain it.
Do you think about us having a family, Enzo? One day?
These days, I hardly get to see you. You feel long, endless. It's all I do to get through them. One at a time.
You picture it in your mind. The life we could have.
Of course I do. Being married. Living in our own home. I don't think about much else. One day, Isabella Torrisi, it will be us in church, marrying in front of the world. I'll get your father's blessing. Until then, take this and know I will be with you, always. That I will never give up on you. This is my vow. I swear it.
The baptism, of course, would turn sour by no other than a guy that caused him to be who he became. Meanwhile, things outside of him still is bubbling at this point, still showing that scarcity, of course, when it came down to his wants.
I haven't seen you in weeks. I can't sleep wondering if you're alive or dead.
This war with Spadaro, it'll be over soon.
A long time ago, you told me you can choose who you are. Is this your choice? How you want life to be?
Isabella, your father trusts me now. I'll ask him soon for his permission. We can be together.
I love you, Enzo. But I cannot live in my father's world. Not anymore. But there's something else.
What do you mean?
Things would not go how anyone would want, but Luca would die. Of course, still showing his weakness, knowing time might be running out again.
God, forgive me. It's look at me.
Get up.
If you can. Get up. Luca! 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 I've got it! Luca, svegliati!
Enzo might have had at this point, but everything was again limited. A lot he thought about, he couldn't even think about. Even stepping up wasn't a thought, knowing the scarcity of it. would stepping up, or not still be a Caruso to say the least.
You know what this means. With Luca gone, I'm going to have to step up. Do the right thing for the family.
Right.
Not the way I wanted it, but we have to answer when called. And be ready for whatever comes next.
I can't think about that now.
Even going back to the vineyard wasn't enough anymore, whereas earlier, it was everything.
Hate seeing this place. Knowing he's not here. Just feels wrong to even think about... to do anything without Luca.
But of course, going to the Don, his weakness was still a course show. Still ready to do whatever. This coming from guilt, revenge, fear, warning, so on and so forth.
I'll do anything. For Luca. For this family.
I know you would.
And he's still even seen, thinking what he wants, he could actually get.
I make those bastards pay. And then?
Then, do what you must to make it back here. For your loyalty, this family will owe you a great debt.
Meanwhile, Isabella would be left unsatisfied as far as her wants. This is what happens with a scarcity mindset.
I need to take care of something. I won't be gone for long.
But of course, scarcity will still show.
I have no choice. Your father is...
This would have been an easy decision for the man I thought you were.
He would also be told by Isabella she was pregnant, forcing more choices while not having other choices. Even the task at hand, this was implied.
I wouldn't be here if there was another option.
And being accompanied by this priest he's with, the question he asks, of course, shows his weakness.
Is it a sin to choose happiness over duty?
We all have many obligations, but we only find joy in the path the Lord has set for us.
And of course, this assassination he's about to do was of course personal. For the fact alone, Luca was even something scarce in a life he's been in for 3 years now.
People mourn him. Who the fuck will grieve for you?
But back to it, even getting praise still wasn't enough. Going to console Luca's wife and kid, it was nothing he could do.
A new world is upon us, Enzo. And I'll need men like you by my side. You did right by Luca. You did right by this family. I'm proud of what you've become.
Thank you, Don Torrisi. I'm sorry I missed it.
He was a good man. There for his boys. Me.
If there's anything I can do,
I just want to be alone for a while. Thank you.
Knowing a lot he did himself wasn't enough, his weakness would show paying his respects to him.
you gave everything. But it wasn't enough. Now your boys are left without a father. So I know you'll understand what I have to do. I was willing to die for this family. Now I have to live for my own. And I promise that our child will have everything we never had.
I can't stay, Enzo. My father will never forgive me.
Then we leave.
Finally ready to choose what he wanted fully, of course everything else gave to him meant nothing more than ever before. Being a Caruso, Teresi made arrangements to have him run the same mine he was raised in his whole life, still showing the lack of resources he wanted and most importantly, what he did deserve.
I told you before the family owed you a great debt. Now I'm in a position to make you whole. My respect, my gratitude, whatever that means to you, you have it. That mine that you crawled out of now belongs to me. You know how it works, so you're the man in charge. This will make you a very rich man, Enzo. You'll have everything you ever wanted. Everything you deserve.
But again, the focus was time at this point, knowing he couldn't get what he wanted unless he made the choice like we seen early on.
I have everything ready. When is this happening? When, Enzo?
Soon.
It feels like my heart will burst at any moment.
There's just one last thing I have to do.
Be careful. Tino's been sniffing around, suspicious of something.
Don't be careful.
We're so close now.
See.
But of course, this would show simply to be something scarce.
We need to clear a few things up, you and me. Don't worry about this. The father knows how to turn a blind eye when he wants to.
Please! Leave him to it. Come on.
The thing we talked about. Don't worry about him. If you go, stay calm. That's my advice.
Thank you, Leo.
Leaving without saying goodbye.
Enzo!
I always knew you were trouble, Caruso. Now you're gonna get what's coming to you.
Get your hands off me!
And he's not the only one. Father Ciccone, tell us about your dirty little secret. It broke your father's heart.
Get him out of here.
Enzo, I love you!
I'll find you. I'll find you.
Down with the two exposed, Enzo still would make things clear, to say the least, scarcity driving his choices, realizing what his life burned.
Cesare. No, please. What the fuck were you thinking? You could have had any girl in Sicily. Any girl in the goddamn world. Why her? Because I love her. I've always loved her. I don't want to hear it. You thought you could just run off and disappear together? This life destroys everything good. I had to make a choice. Minchia, you ruined it. You've thrown away everything my uncle's given you. What's he given me? Huh? He's made me a thief, Cesare. A murderer. You did that. You pulled the trigger, always! You chose this!
He did choose, but he had nothing else in his sight. Now back to the place that he chose to escape, meeting a Don, of course, he would still show his weakness.
You stood in that cellar and swore loyalty. You took an oath.
Just don't let anything happen to her. The baby. Please, Cesare, they're all I have.
Enough! You don't get a say in this.
Cut him loose. Untie his fucking hands!
I love it.
I welcome you into my family! And you betray me from the start! Are you a man? Put up your hands! Do you think I would allow it? Huh? A Carusa! That you ruin her!
Don Teresi saying this went to show it was nothing he could have did to make him see his vision. Again, he would have been looked at as a mind boy.
Isabella will marry who I tell her to marry. The new Baron Fontanella, and she will live happily ever after. Because I have a doctor that will wipe every trace of you from this earth. Understand?
But Isabella is...
You shut up!
I beg you, Don Tracy, please!
Cut his fucking throat.
Isabella, though, was all he had, although it was seen that he had it all. Even during this duel with Cesare, we will see what the two held important, still of course showing scarcity.
No one will touch you! Not you! Not your uncle!
Why wasn't it good enough? Everything my uncle gave you were just pawns to him.
Just do it. Come on! Why won't you do it? You're my friend. It all could have been yours. He gave you everything. Live for yourself, Cesare. Not for him. Not for this.
And of course, now dealing with Don Teresi, the same will still show.
You crawled out of this hell and brought sin upon my family. And now I've brought you back. You took an oath. And you betrayed me. My daughter. My fucking daughter!
done. I won't allow it. You've lost it all. I have everything I ever wanted. Isabella, a family. And I'll kill you before I lose them. Don't you speak her name. Filthy Caruso. That is all I ever was to you. You think it's that easy? Men like you deserve to die.
Could have had it all.
I have everything I need. So,
look at me. Look me in the eye.
You can't. Enzo. Just you and me. Like we said. I'm sorry.
Enzo then asked to work in the mine, but scarcity got him there. Escaping that became a scarcity move after time became scarce. So joining the Teresi family is a no-brainer. This was scarcity as well. He had nothing to his belt other than working, so that's how he moved and was expected to move. Meeting Isabella and realizing this was what he wanted, that of course was a line that couldn't been crossed. And it was nothing he had to make that happen. And with things starting at the mine and in and out the mine goes to show Enzo's biggest weakness, that being scarcity.
I'm sorry.